Hey everybody, how's it going? Occy here. Before we get into the video, I just want to mention I have been sick for a couple of days, so if I sound a little congested or I sniffle a little, that's the reason why. I'm sorry, but I couldn't wait to get this video out to you guys because this is Battlerite. This is a brand new game. Not seen this on my channel yet. Although I have been playing this game for quite a while. I've been playing it on and off since October of last year, 2016. And this game is in early access on Steam for only $20. And it's a lot of fun, guys. This is basically the only game that has been able to pull me away from Overwatch for any amount of time, if we're talking multiplayer. And I did a whole commentary on this video already, and I explained the game and introduced it, and I really didn't like it because I was like, people don't want to sit and listen to me explain how the game works when they can just watch the video and it's it's there in front of them and they can see how everything's going down. So I was like, I can do better than that. I can do better for you guys. So we're going to scrap that. We're just going to talk about the gameplay, alright? And hopefully you'll learn a thing or two from my commentary. And hopefully we'll all have fun. So I'm playing a guy called RAIGON. Now RAIGON is probably one of my favorite characters in the game. And he's the newest character in the game right now. And he's... I don't want to say he's like Genji, but... I mean, that's the best way I can describe it. He's got a deflect. He's got a lot of dashes. His kit is all about dashes, actually. You can see there, that's one of my abilities. It allows me to jump into the air and slam down. The slash at the end is actually an AoE slash, so I can hit a bunch of people with it, which is really nice. And you actually get invincibility frames during the jump, so if there's an explosion or something, you could jump right through the explosion and you won't take damage, which is a really nice ability to have. And a lot of the abilities in this game are given value if they have invincibility frames. Invincibility frames are very, very important in this game. Now what you just saw there was the Battlerite system, which is where the game takes its name from. And basically, you're playing 2v2 or 3v3, elimination, no respawns, best of 5 rounds. But at the end of each round, or beginning really, at the beginning of each round, you get to choose from a selection of 3 Battlerites. And these Battlerites will modify your skills in a certain way. So the one I took gave me more length on my secondary fire dash, which is a really nice ability because it also gives me good sustain, good heals. And basically the way this works is each round, your selection of Battlerites is different. It's always the same over the course of matches, so you never get random Battlerites, but you always get a selection of 3 to choose from, and they all modify your abilities in certain ways, and they can be pretty significant. For example, the round 1 Battlerite I took gives me the ability to cancel my deflect ability into an AoE stun, which you'll see me use that a couple of times. I'll try and point that out. And it all kind of culminates in the round 5 Battlerite, where you get a Battlerite that affects your ultimate. And by the way, that's my ultimate right there, that big golden ring of death. Basically, I dash forward, and if I hit a target with my dash, I proc that giant circle. And anything inside that circle takes damage over time, and the damage is spread out over multiple targets. That's my stun, by the way, the deflect into the stun. So we're fighting a pretty interesting match here, actually, which is a mirror match. And it's a full mirror match with me and my other teammate as a Shifu versus another RAIGON and Shifu combo. And that's the Shifu that I'm fighting right now in the 1v1. And this is a very interesting match because not only is it just a straight mirror match in terms of what we're playing, but RAIGON and Shifu are considered very, very similar mechanically. To the point where RAIGON is almost considered a Shifu clone, or a slightly less good version of Shifu. So it's pretty interesting, and it's a scenario that you don't often see. Battlerite I took there, by the way, is for my Dragon Palm, which is my special ability. And I want to talk about these a little bit, because your ultimate and your special ability both use your energy from your energy meter. And you can build that by engaging in combat or picking up orbs from around the map, or getting the center orb, which I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But still talking about energy here. The energy fills up your meter, right? And there's 4 ticks on the meter. Once you get 4, you can use your ultimate. However, if you only have 1 tick on the meter, you can use something like your special, which in my case is a dash into a knockback. And I just took a Battlerite that allows me to recast that for a second dash into a knockback. And the cool thing is, this is kind of like a fighting game system, because you can manage your meter, and it's not just about trying to build up to your ultimate. And you can even EX certain moves in your kit. So for example, if I want to, I can spend 1 bar of my meter and power up my sword so that a normal slash will deal energy wave attacks. So I get a bit of extra range on that. And all the heroes always have 2 EX moves that modify their original moves in some way. For example, there's a character in the game who has a claw, which you can throw out to pull enemies in, sort of like Roadhog's hook. But if you EX the move, you can use it to pull an ally to you and heal them for a little bit. So it's like really, really cool because you can save them from danger, which is big in this game because movement speed is pretty low in spite of the game being fast-paced. Anyways, we're moving right along. We're down 1, but we're probably going to be able to take this round. I'm feeling pretty confident. One of the interesting things actually about the Battlerite system is that it alters the way the game is balanced, or I guess the way the game balance occurs on a round-to-round basis. So for example, you could have a team comp that is very, very strong early on, and they have a lot of their very good Battlerites very quickly out of the gate. But then they could also be going up against a team that has a lot of their good Battlerites more towards the end and the higher end of things. And so if that team is able to outlast them, suddenly the balance will shift in their favor in the later rounds if they're able to hold on long enough and, you know, pull out a win or two. Which is very interesting because not only do you have these synergies between, you know, different champions and trying to build your champion depending on who your teammate is or what you want to, you know, like whatever synergy you want to try and set up, you also have to kind of keep in mind the Battlerite balance and, you know, the flow of the match. Are we going to be strong early on? Do we want to be going for fast rounds early on, or do we want to try and just draw it out and hold on? Which is a really interesting aspect, especially getting into the game competitively. Anyways, that's round 4-1. Our Shifu just clutched it really hard. There's my ultimate Battlerite. I took the one that gives me health for every unique target that I struck during the round, which is pretty interesting because a lot of the DPS and even tanks in this game do have their own kind of self-sustain, which means you can run a double DPS comp like both of our teams are doing here. And it opens the healers up for a lot more interesting abilities besides just being a heal bot. You know, they can actually have more CC and utility abilities instead of just raw heals. So I'm just going to kind of commentate this final round, throwing out my ability there. That knocks people into the air, which is an interesting ability for the fact that it gives your enemy invincibility frames, which can be good or bad both ways. You can stop them from getting a buff from their ally, or you can accidentally save them from your teammate's ult. So very cool skill, but you need to use it carefully. There goes my ult, and I'm weakening that Shifu up. He's going to run away for a little bit, but he's not going to last too long against me. Just gonna finish him off right about now with the stun. And you can see the orb in the middle there. That orb is pretty interesting because whichever team gets the last hit on it, they get energy and health from it. So orb control is very important, and map control in general is very important because you want to be able to control the orb when it spawns and get that kill, as well as comboing the orb because there are certain characters that can combo it with really fast burst as opposed to just whacking it once or twice. So orb play is a big part of Battlerite, and you see here I'm kind of holding off on the last hit because I know he was going to try and go for it, and then I steal with my final hit. Jumping over a stun, by the way, I saw that coming. So this fight's just about over. I'm going to win. He's going to knock me into the wall for a quick stun, but it doesn't matter because there goes my ultimate, and that's GG's. So yeah, this is Battlerite, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really like this game. I'm looking forward to putting some more of it on my channel. This is, it's a blast. It's super fast, it's super engaging, it's super mechanically driven, it's very much about yourself, your own play, your own improvement, and it's a lot of fun to play. If you guys are interested, be sure to go to pick it up on Steam, have some fun with it, and I'll leave you guys with these clips of me carrying on RAIGON in another match. Thank you guys for watching, I'll see you in the next one.
challenges without hesitation.